My wife died in a car crash 3 years ago. Last night, she unlocked the front door and told me to run. I know exactly how this sounds. That's why I haven't gone to the police or told my family. Because if I say it out loud, it becomes real. And I don't think my brain can handle that right now. My wife died 3 years ago in a massive accident on the highway during heavy rain. I didn't see the crash myself. By the time I got there, they had already covered the car with a tarp. I remember the police officer telling me not to look, but I did anyway. I regretted it immediately. After that, my life just became a blur. People say grief changes your memory, and maybe they are right. Because for the past 3 years, every single night at exactly 8:32 p.m., I still look towards the front door. I don't think she's coming back. It's just the exact time she used to get home from work. It became a trauma habit I never managed to break. Yesterday, at exactly 8:32 p.m., someone knocked. 3 slow knocks. I remember checking the clock first, actually laughing a little bit at the timing. I figured it was a delivery driver or one of the neighborhood kids messing around. Then I looked through the people. My wife was standing outside. Same dark coat, same black handbag. Her hair was still damp, like she'd been caught in the rain. Exactly how she looked the day she died. For a second, my brain genuinely stopped working. I just stood there, frozen, staring through the glass. Then she smiled. It wasn't wide or unnatural. It was just normal. Like she'd come home after a completely ordinary day. And then she spoke right through the door. "You're taking too long." That completely broke me. Those were the exact words she used to say whenever I'd leave her standing on the porch. I don't even remember unlocking the deadbolt. I just remember suddenly she was inside the house, walking past me, leaving faint, wet footprints across the hardwood floor. I couldn't breathe. I kept staring at her hands because she still had her gold wedding ring on. She walked into the kitchen like nothing was wrong and asked why the lights were off. Same voice, same movements. I actually started sobbing and asked her where she's been. She looked confused, laughed softly, and said, "At work. Where else would I be?" God, part of me wanted to believe it so badly, but something felt horribly wrong. It wasn't obvious, just small things. Tiny pauses before she answered my questions, smiling a fraction of a second too late, blinking less than a normal person does. It felt like watching something trying very, very hard to act human after only hearing descriptions of one. Then she looked toward the hallway mirror and completely froze. I noticed immediately she wasn't staring at her own reflection. She was staring at me, specifically at me. Then she quietly asked, "Who is standing behind you?" My stomach dropped out of my body. There was nobody behind me. I spun around instantly anyway, but the hallway was empty. When I looked back at her, she wasn't smiling anymore. She looked absolutely terrified. Her eyes were locked on an empty space right over my shoulder. She whispered, "Don't let it learn your face." Every single light in the house blew out at once. Total darkness. I heard movements in the kitchen. Fast, heavy movements. Then footsteps. Not one set, multiple. Running and circling the room way too fast to belong to a normal person. I grabbed my phone, fumbled with the screen and turned on the flashlight. The kitchen was empty and my wife was gone. The back door was standing wide open with wet footprints leading outside into the dark. But there was something else on the floor too. Another set of footprints. Longer, distorted, and they stopped right behind the exact spot I had been standing in. Like something had been looming directly behind me the entire time, just watching us. I didn't sleep that night. I've been sitting in my living room with every light on, waiting for the sun to come up. But tonight, at exactly 8:32 p.m., someone knocked again. 3 slow knocks. And this time, I can hear my wife crying on the other side of the door.